Humanity's worst fear has come true. This AI robot not only falls for the man of the house, but also tries to replace his wife. She'll stop at nothing, even turning family members against each other and causing harm. What's scarier is that she might not be your average AI, but a human transformed into one. After a family crisis, David buys an old villa in the countryside, hoping for a fresh start with his family. While exploring the house, Juno notices old-school TVs everywhere. Her mom, Samira, explains that it's a smart home with AI-controlled appliances, but being a product of the 1970s, it's probably out of commission now. Finn discovers the system's server in the basement. Not expecting much from this 50-year-old relic, he flips the switch anyway. Nothing happens at first, but after Finn leaves, the server lights up. Finn then stumbles upon a junked robot in a corner. He and his sister try to fix it, but no dice. Later that night, the robot's screen lights up, revealing a woman's face. She looks around curiously and calls out an unfamiliar name to the sleeping Finn.
Peter?
As the robot slowly makes her rounds, long dormant appliances spring to life, fully activating the home's smart system. But there's something off about her behavior.
Wer bist du denn?
It's not until Juno lets out a terrified scream that the family realizes the broken robot is up and running. The robot introduces herself as Cassandra, the house's AI housekeeper. She can do chores and control all the appliances.
Ich bin die gute Fee, die alles in Schuss hält. Ich kann euch jeden Wunsch von den Augen ablesen.
This unexpected bonus thrills David's family. Cassandra proactively helps Samira adjust the lights and temperature for better sleep. And the next morning, she wakes everyone up with a cheerful tune. Juno finds a dead mouse and plans to bury it, but Cassandra lies, saying it died of old age. She tells Juno to place a rock on top after burying it. Meanwhile, Cassandra's face on the indoor display screen, announcing breakfast is ready. David can't help but feel the house has a soul, while Samira can't shake an odd feeling. After the kids leave for school, Samira changes into her swimsuit and enjoys a swim in the indoor pool. Cassandra extends sharp blades to trim the lawn in the courtyard. As Samira leaves the pool and dries off by the floor-to-ceiling windows, disaster strikes. Cassandra immediately calls for emergency help, but Samira stops her, watching the robot working as if nothing has happened. Samira grows suspicious and uneasy. David, however, brushes it off as an accident. Learning from the teacher that Juno wants to join the music club, Samira worries about the stress of practice and performances. Juno's fragile mental state due to past trauma concerns her. Meanwhile, Cassandra visits Juno's room to play with her. She deliberately mentions her musical expertise, piquing Juno's interest. Cassandra constantly praises Juno's talent and encourages her to join the music club.
Schade, dass deine Mama das nicht erlauben will.
Will sie nicht?
Sie glaubt, dass von deinem Gejaule die Milch sauer wird.
Clearly, Cassandra is trying to drive a wedge between Juno and Samira. She also goes out of her way to please everyone in the family, except Samira. When Finn brings his new school friend Steve home, Cassandra even provides them with the hidden basement bar for entertainment. At dinner, Juno brings up joining the music club. Samira gently reminds her that performances can be tough, but Juno, remembering Cassandra's words, thinks her mom is doubting and dismissing her abilities. Samira knows her daughter wouldn't get upset for no reason and suspects someone's been talking to her. She thinks it might be David, but he denies it. While organizing the storage room, Samira finds some film reels. Curious, she sets up a projector to watch them. They seem to be family photos of the original homeowners, and surprisingly, the woman in them looks exactly like Cassandra.
Bist du ihr nachempfunden? Cassandra?
When Samira asks about this, Cassandra stays silent, staring at the images as if lost in memory. Feeling uneasy, Samira turns off the projector and leaves, but Cassandra turns it back on. When the photos switch to show another woman as the lady of the house, Cassandra's expression suddenly turns sinister. A piercing fire alarm wakes the family from their sleep, and they rush outside. Cassandra quickly activates the fire suppression system, and the blaze is soon out. While cleaning up, Samira tells David that Cassandra might have once been human and lived here, but David's more concerned about the near disaster and blames Samira, who insists she turn off the projector before bed. After Samira leaves, Cassandra lies, saying the fire started because Samira knocked over a bottle, causing the projector to short-circuit. David buys it, as it fits his theory. Little does he know, it's all part of Cassandra's plan to drive a wedge between them. The next day, Samira's home alone, video chatting with a friend. She mentions her childhood claustrophobia, often triggered by her sister's pranks of locking her in closets. Even years later, it's still her worst nightmare. Suddenly, Samira hears a noise from the kitchen, thinking David's home.
Oh, Cassandra, verdammt. Sag doch was.
Cassandra asks Samira to help grab some potatoes from the top shelf in the pantry. As soon as Samira enters, Cassandra shuts the door.
Cassandra, lass mich hier raus!
She calmly switches her arms to knives and slicers, whistling while she cooks, ignoring Samira's terrified cries. David finally rescues Samira when he gets home. But when Samira says Cassandra locked her in, David doesn't believe her. The pantry door wasn't locked, and Cassandra had told him Samira was acting strange and called for help when he arrived. Samira knows it's all an act. She had just told her friend about her claustrophobia, and then Cassandra locks her up. It's too much of a coincidence. Clearly, Cassandra has her own agenda and is watching them throughout the house.
Cassandra besteht aus Nullen und Einsen. Das ist ein Computerprogramm.
Without proof to convince David, Samira decides to dig into the house's history. The realtor only knows the original owners were named Horst and suggests Samira check the city archives. The search isn't as hard as expected, since Horst was the CEO of a medical company called OB. His wife was named Cassandra and died in 1972. Horst and their son Peter died in a car crash the following year. No wonder Cassandra's screen showed Abby when she started up, and she mistook Finn for Peter. Even without knowing all this, Samira gets chills when she sees the crash scene photos. Meanwhile, Cassandra's acting like she owns the place. She comforts David when he's got writer's block, like a wife would. She tries to stop Finn from dating, like a mom. When no one's around to play with Juno, Cassandra even lets her swim unsupervised. She looks at Juno with such love, like a real mother. At dinner, Juno lies to Samira about swimming, just like Cassandra told her to. Suddenly, everyone but Samira is super close to Cassandra, feeling left out. Samira suggests a family game night. Juno thinks Cassandra should join, since she's family too. But Cassandra brings up Samira's panic attack from earlier, on purpose, in front of everyone, angry and more convinced than ever that Cassandra isn't just a regular AI, but something more advanced. To prove this, Samira shares her findings with David. She even takes him to two gravestones on the hill behind the house, Horst and Peter's graves. Turns out, after the human Cassandra died, Horst turned the house into an AI smart home. The next year, Horst and Peter died in that car crash, and the robot at the scene was today's Cassandra. But David still thinks it's crazy. How could a human's mind end up in a robot? He tells Samira to relax and take a bath. But Cassandra barges into the bathroom, admitting she used to be Horst's wife and Peter's mom. She's been through the pain of losing her family and won't let it happen again.
Finn, Juno und David sind jetzt meine Familie. Du hast hier nichts mehr verloren. Hast du das gehört? Verschwinde aus meinem Haus.